Hello everyone, my name is Tech, my pronouns are they, them, and I play Animal Crossing. So I'm very excited to bring you for the very first time a quick video tour of my island. I have not had the ability to take video of my island aside from the quick 30-second videos that you can take just within the Animal Crossing game itself, because I've had a Switch Lite up until recently. So I'm very excited that I got a full edition Switch and I'm able to start some streaming, and we'll see what happens from here. Like I said, my name is Tech. My island's name is Hanako, and here we go. So as we're kind of wandering, we're going to wander along the South Beach here for a minute. I'm going to tell you the story of how my island got its name. So I've been playing Animal Crossing since the very first edition of Animal Crossing in, I believe, 2000 or 2001, at least the first one released in English. And when I first opened the Animal Crossing game, I think I was maybe 10. So I had no idea what to name my island when it asked me what the name was. Or no, it wasn't an island back then, it was a little town. So I looked down at the t-shirt that I was wearing that said the word Hanago. I think Harajuku fashion was really popular back then, so my mom got it at Gordman's or something, I don't know. It wasn't until recently that I actually looked up what the name means. And irony of ironies, it means pretty girl. So a little bit of an unintentional name for my island. Very ironic that it happened that way, but there it is. Every single edition of my island and every edition of the game that I've had since then, and I think I've played every single one. My island's been named Hanako, so it's just the tradition that I carry with me. Not sure if my next island's going to be named Hanako in the next edition of the game, whenever that is, but that's what this is for now. My second island, my island that I created on my Switch Lite after transferring this island over to my new Switch, is going to be a giveaway and events island. And I will probably do a quick video and post a tour of that sometime tomorrow so you guys can see kind of what we're working with on that island, get a layout of the land in case you want to attend any of my events. They're all going to be giveaways, totally free to attend. We'll see if the internet holds out. When I would host events on my this island a few months ago, the internet would always seem to die at exactly the wrong moment, but we will see. Hopefully it holds it together. We might just have to take it really slow. All right, so this whole area down here, I do apologize for how messy it is. This used to be little swap meet areas on my, the original edition of my island. I had kind of a unique theme on it, I would say. It was a guided tour that you could walk around my island, following some arrows on a pathway, and you would hit up between 13 and 17 different stations where there's just a bunch of furniture and things laid out that you can swap with your own furniture and pick it up and drop it if you want to catalog it, things like that. And it started taking up way too much space on my island. I kept expanding and kept expanding. Like I said, I went from like I think initially I had 4 swap areas, and then by the end it was 17 or 18. So it took up a significant amount of space. I honestly got really burnt out hosting those events because there were quite a few people that would steal things from my island. So I decided when I make my new edition of my event and giveaway island, everything is just going to be free. So if you steal it, I don't care and I won't get all emotional about it. So I think this one will be a lot more cozy and calm of an event situation than my last one was. So continuing on with the tour, the villagers that I've got them all laid out on the beach. As you probably noticed when looking at my map at the very beginning of the video, I wanted maximum space for my swap meet, all those events. And in order to do that, I had to move all my guys out on the beach. Um, I might move them back eventually, but I don't have a real theme with like the aesthetic of the outside of their house, so I don't really know where I would put them. I would have to make some very intentional, thought out choices, and that is not something I'm very good at doing when I'm doing Animal Crossing construction. I usually just kind of go with the flow. So we'll see what ends up happening. I might just leave them on the beach. Over here, I've got lots of mushroom furniture and a few other sorted things laid out for a build that I'm going to show you guys toward the end of this video. It'll probably be my very first live stream, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be some construction, and I will show you what it's going to kind of end up looking like toward the end of this little tour. But first, let's head into my house. Like I will probably keep saying throughout most of this video, this is a work in progress. There are some rooms that are finished, there are some that are not. So the very first room we're going to walk in is the kitchen. This room is not finished, but as you can probably tell, there's a little bit of a butterfly theme going on here. Butterflies have been a big theme on this island and just a theme in my life in general. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a butterfly and moth scientist. Of all things. I knew all the like scientific names of a bunch of butterflies. I knew a bunch of facts about them. Yeah, that was a little bit of my hyperfixation for a while. So that is a theme that I've carried on through my island. I've got a little butterfly figurine here. I've got a mix of colorful furniture and some of the ironwood furniture in here. I might customize the ironwood furniture to be a little bit of a darker color. Up until 2 or 3 days ago, this whole kitchen was like light green and white. So a lot of the furniture that's in here now was either customized to be white or was not in here up until recently. So I've still got to play around with this a little bit and try to make it look a little more balanced, but you get the idea of kind of what I'm going for here. I've just got to rearrange some things. Over in the next room, we've got my little yoga studio. I'll give you a good 360 of what it looks like on the inside. So I've got these simple panels customized to match the wallpaper, which was a little delightful find. Didn't even have to use a custom slot. That's just one of the options that's there when you customize it. Saw that it matched that wallpaper and just had to do something with it. I thought it worked pretty well with the yoga studio slash spa theme. All right, we're going to move on to the room off to the left. This is sort of my dressing room. It used to be the bedroom in my house, but then I moved the bed out to make some more space, and now the official bedroom is upstairs. But this is, I guess, kind of a walk-in closet of sorts, because I've got my wardrobe in here. I've got my mirror in here to change up my hairstyle. But as you can see, I'm going with a little bit of a witchy urban apartment kind of theme. You'll see a lot of those trees that I've got in the corners here, right by some of the wood furniture, the cocoa trees. They are one of my very favorite items in the game, so you'll see those in quite a few places in my island. I'll be honest with you, I've not taken any of those artworks to Blathers to see if they're authentic or not. I'm so bad about that. I've got the museum, the fossil part of the museum finished on both of my islands, but I don't really fish. So we will see. One of my main goals of the game is to get all the recipes, so I'm eventually going to have to suck it up and just go fishing because one of the recipes is the golden fishing rod, and that one you have to catch, I think, all the fish in the game. So at some point, I'm going to have to do it, but not today. All right, this room off to the side is kind of my bathroom slash spa. And I really like this design, but it has looked exactly like this for quite a while. So to me it looks a little bit stale, though it does still look cohesive and it matches well. So it's probably going to stay this way till I get some of my more immediate construction needs addressed on the island. As you can probably tell, I really like plants, so I use them in a lot of my interior decorating. In Animal Crossing, I should specify. I kill plants in real life. My house is where plants go to die. I've been able to keep 2 plants alive. That's it. Here is the little bedroom that I designed the other day. This is actually kind of probably the newest design in the house. Possibly the newest design on the island. So this is a custom design pattern, the rose pattern that I've got on the bed and on some of the furniture. I'll make sure I put the creator code in the description because I want to make sure the creator gets credit where credit's due because it's a very lovely design. And if you all want to use it, I highly encourage it. I found it matches really, really well with those pink rose. I don't remember what the actual name of it is, but the pink rose wedding decorations on the wall. And then also one of the mom's needlepoint artwork. I think that's what that is on the wall. It matches pretty well with that too. I just recently went back and replayed all the cherry blossom events and everything to get all the cherry blossom recipes. So I crafted a bunch of cherry blossom furniture. All right, so we will head to the basement. The basement is probably the least exciting part of the house, so I'm excited that I'm showing that to you last. But this is just my storage area for the recipes that I'm going to be trading on Nookazon. I'm hoping to get all the recipes saved up. So we've got some Celeste recipes, like a couple wands. I think I've got a flying saucer in here somewhere. We've got, yep, we've got some pine recipes because it's fall on my Southern Hemisphere island. My second island is a Southern Hemisphere island because of the theme that I've got going on. Also because I wanted some variety in seasons. I got really sick of winter when I was playing through in the Northern Hemisphere. We are just coming out of winter, so got real tired of it, seeing it in real life and in the game. Um, but yeah, so I've got some recipes in here that I'm going to be trading. I've got them laid out on just all the random tables that I happen to have in storage at the time because apparently if you lay recipes and things like that out on tables, they don't count against your Happy Home Academy score. Not that that's something I care about that much. I just got annoyed with all the nagging letters they were sending. Well, Happy Home Academy, if you would let me put DIYs in storage, this would not be a problem. But until then, they'll just sit in the basement. All right, I think that's everything in the house. Let's head back out. I'll show you guys my gold rose garden that I've got going on. I have the gold rose wreath recipe and gold rose crown recipe. And if you take some gold roses and craft the gold rose wreath recipe, it is worth 20,000 each and it takes 10 gold roses. So every couple of days I pick all of them and usually throw them in storage until the next time I feel like mass crafting a bunch of rose wreaths to make a little extra money at Nooks. So there's a design down to the south of where my little guy is right now that I'm going to show you guys probably towards the end of the tour because that's what I'm going to be working on my very first live stream. So we will get to that. But for now, I want to show you this Zen Temple that I've put together. So I'll show you guys what it looks like from the second level. We're up on the third level right now. This is going to be a series of little Zen gardens up here. This is the rooftop of the temple. So it's going to be a rooftop garden. We'll have to take a ladder down to the second level because I haven't put a set of stairs right there yet. Eventually right here is going to be a staircase, but we'll get there. One thing at a time. So down here is the Zen Temple. I've eventually got an idea to expand it out and make it a little more three-dimensional than it is right now. But that is something that will maybe be a future live stream. If you want to see how I put this thing together, stay tuned for that. This took me probably 16 to 20 hours because I had 5 different design ideas. So I ended up transitioning through as I finally figured out what I wanted to do in the end. That's how it always goes for me, though. It's part of the process. So this is a little pathway leading out of the Zen Temple. I'm eventually probably going to plant some more bamboo here. Heading to the south here, we've got a little overgrown garden. And I don't know if you guys notice just beyond this little farm area here up to the north on one of the beaches is another house. That is a future build that I'm going to be putting together. It doesn't look like much right now. I might just pop in to show you guys the building, but there really isn't a whole lot going on in there at the moment, but eventually it's going to be something pretty cool. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll do a several hour long construction stream or something to work on that one. Now right here is my little lavender patch. Of course, these are purple hyacinths because lavender is not in the game, but it looks similar enough that I feel like I can get away with it. We'll come back here in just a minute. Let me take you guys up to one of my little alt character houses here. So, like I said, this isn't a whole lot yet. But we will get there. So I don't want to spoil too much about what I'm going to be working on because I've kind of been saving it as a surprise. But I've got a couple of really cool ideas to go on in here. I'm going to make like a old-fashioned little house, and then I've got a cool twist on it that I'm going to put toward the end. And I'm not going to show you the basement yet because the basement is the one part of the house that I have completely finished. So no spoilers, but you will see it eventually, and it is pretty cool. You know, I might just leave all those cockroaches in there because it kind of goes with the theme that I'm working towards. I guess those cockroaches get to live. All right, we're going to make our way back down. I've got some waterfalls here. Don't know if those are going to stay, but they look nice for now. Got Diana's house here that matches with this, the aesthetic of the next little area that I'm going to show you. So this is my fairy court area. And like I keep saying about all the different areas on my island, this one I'm going to do some tweaks to in a little bit. Maybe I'll make that a nice long construction video or stream as well. So it's going to take me a little bit because for the idea, the things that I want to change up in here, I'm going to have to take everything out because I want to change up the pathways. So I'm going to have to pull everything out of here and then I'll probably do a little redesign of it, put stuff in different places just to shake it up a little bit, but it's going to retain a lot of the same basic concept. I'll have to do another quick tour video at night because this looks absolutely incredible when it's all lit up. But let me tell you that one day like a week ago where the whole ground was brown, bad news for this part of the island. It did not look good. Maybe I'll post another video later on today of a quick tour of this part of the island when everything's all lit up and glowing. As you can see, I use furnitures from many, many different sets. I have the illuminated snowflakes and then a couple of illuminated Christmas trees in here that my friend was kind enough to make me. Then I've got some of the wedding furniture, some of the mermaid furniture, some of the celestial furniture that you can craft from recipes from Celeste, like these Nova lights here and the crescent moon chair. And Got some cherry blossom recipes going on in here too. I'm so excited for all these trees to turn pink. Everything's going to look incredible in this section here. Maybe I'll try to have the redesign done by then so that I can show you guys what it looks like when it's all redone with all the trees all pink. That will be gorgeous. Okay, now we're going to be moving into the final little segment of the tour. Well, not final, I've still got a few more things to show you, but this is the last major area. Now, this is the area that I mentioned earlier that I'm going to be likely doing my very first live stream on, the very first construction live stream anyway. So, here we go. So I love this pathway. I will make sure, like I said, to put the pathway in the, like the creator code in the description of this video. I love Stonehenge here with the waterfall in the background. So as you can see, I've got a lot of these little butterfly figurines laid out here. I'm always thrilled when Flick shows up to my island in the morning. Gotta get those butterfly figurines. Lots of mushroom furniture in here too. The amount of hours I've poured into this game, you guys, is truly embarrassing. I don't think I gave you guys a very good look at this area earlier when we walked past it. But I've got a little corner waterfall going on here that I'm really digging. You can see in the background, there's the top of my Zen Temple. We'll wind our way around this way here, and I'll take you all back by my house, and I'll show you where my very first construction live stream is going to take place. This little mushroom area kind of continues on back here. There's a waterfall, there's little water features over here. Some more butterfly figurines. I was admittedly a bit lazy when it comes to decorating these little terraformed areas right on the bottom half of my screen here. I just kind of threw some stuff on it and left it. Maybe I'll redo that as part of my very first construction live stream too. Alright, so the very first construction live stream is going to be this whole area over here. We ran past it earlier, but I'll show you. These are all the flowers that I've got saved up for the construction. I've got some pumpkins and such, more flowers going on down here. In this big old open area, this is where I used to host a lot of swap meets, so this area is still very much under construction. I just pulled everything out because up until I had my second island finished, I had all of the things that I was going to be bringing over to my second island just laid out here so that they didn't take up storage space. Because even after the the final upgrade for your storage to make it a capacity of 2,400 instead of, I believe, 1,600, my furniture, it just filled up so fast. I was at my capacity for storage for quite a while there. I was very relieved to have a second island. Suppose I could have just moved stuff into my alternate character storage, but that takes a while when it eventually would be ending up on my second island anyway, so here's all the mushroom furniture that I've got that I'm going to be layering in with the pathway and all these flowers and everything. I've got some more butterfly figurines in storage that I'm going to be bringing out. But yeah, here's what I've got. This is what we're going to be doing for the very first stream, so look for that within the next couple of weeks. Probably within the next week. Here's my museum, as you probably saw when I ran past earlier. I've got some of these fossil sets laid out. I had a lot more of them laid out, but they take up a lot of space, it turns out, and I wanted to conserve space for my the swap meets that I used to host here, because they, as you can imagine, also took up a lot of space. Most of my island had just furniture laid out all over it. My island rating was terrible because of it. Isabel kept telling me that I had too many things laid out on my island. I was like, I know. All right, so here's my little market square area. I will take you past all these little things. There's where it leads into the mushroom area. But I've got all these stalls laid out. We've got a little toy stall here. Got a little plant shop, little nail salon, the bakery. Those are some of the June wedding event, the rewards that you can get from there, and you can customize it pink or whatever color. Pink, green, and white are the three colors that you can do for the wedding furniture, and so I find them very versatile. I recently went back and replayed that event as well because I just wanted more of the furniture. And then there's a little travel advertisement for Dodo Airlines and a little candy shop with, I believe those are some of the tokens for some of the little seasonal events that they did around Halloween and maybe over the summer. And I've got my shops laid out up here, up on the second level. There's Nooks and Abel's, and I made a little coffee shop. So I'll give you guys a quick tour of that, and then we will head down to the South Beach so I can show you the little bed and breakfast that I have. Well, calling it a bed and breakfast is a bit generous. It's a tent. But I'll show you guys in just a few minutes. But for now, let me give you a tour of the coffee shop. I was lucky enough to get the cafe curtain from Sahara. The cafe curtain wall. It's highly sought after from what I see on Nookazon, and I feel very lucky that I have it because it just matches perfectly with this theme. I need to get some music going in here. Maybe I'll put KK Cafe in here. I think I have that somewhere in storage. All right, I'll take you to the back room, and the back room is literally a back room, like a stock room. This one isn't very pretty, but it was really fun to put together. I designed it kind of off the back room of one of the little retail establishments that I worked at a few years back. It was a video rental store, if that dates me. Back when those were still a thing. To be fair, it wasn't that long ago. The store just recently closed. I've got the ramshackle wall from Sahara. Found it matched that this theme pretty well, what I was going for, since the little stock room at the video rental store was kind of a moldy little mess. It was a bathroom. There were two bathrooms in the back of this store, and they just yanked the toilet out of one of them, sealed the wall up real fast, and then that's where they put all the stuff, all the extra stuff we couldn't show to the general public. Take you over to the side room here. This one is our little games room. So I'm sure this is something that you guys have experienced as well. There's a lot of little quirky coffee shops that have little game rooms off to the side where people can gather and, study in groups or play Uno or whatever. So I've got this little study room. I'd love to come study in here sometime. It's very cozy. My school days are behind me though, so I wouldn't be doing much studying. Maybe do some reading or just sip a coffee quietly. I love the library wallpaper. Animal Crossing did us a lot of favors with how many cute items they've given us, really. I know we all want new items with every update, but I mean, they really have given us a lot of really cool stuff. Take you guys off to the other side room here. This one is a work in progress. You'll kind of get the general idea of what I'm working towards, I'm sure, but I need to layer in a little bit more here. I think I'm going to put some things on the walls, maybe some artwork, maybe some custom design panels. Maybe lay down a couple of rugs as well. Swap out some of the furniture so it looks a little more cohesive, and we'll have ourselves a bathroom. Maybe I'll do a quick construction video of that later. Doing construction in these on these side accounts is always frustrating because I have to switch back and forth between my characters to take everything out of storage on my main person and switch over to my other person because you can't do construction inside somebody else's home, of course. All right, I will take you guys downstairs and then I'll show you the attic. So this little space is KK Slider's private concert hall. Got his stage up here with some of the aluminum rugs from Sahara laid out on the floor. Very exclusive little club, can only seat 12 people. Maybe I should put some sort of record player or something down here so I can play some background noise. Maybe I'll put KK Rock on in here. So I'll take you guys upstairs next. The upstairs is another little fun area that I put together. So the upstairs was actually probably the one that I spent the longest on in this house because there's just so many good furniture for this theme. It was tough to find a design for everything to fit everything in without looking cluttered, but you could sort of move around in here, so I think I achieved what I was looking for. So this is our arcade, as you can probably tell. Let me turn the volume on the game up just a little bit so you guys can appreciate the chaotic atmosphere that I've created here. Almost feels like a real arcade, doesn't it? So you can't move very far in this room. You can really only go this way and this way. You can't even get back through here. There's just so much stuff to fit in here. I actually have another, I have the red version of the one that I'm sitting at in storage on my other island. Just recently got that to catalog it for my second island. That's a big, very fun thing of having a second island is that Nooks gets different furniture in compared to this island because you're, at least from what I've seen, I don't know what the actual game programming does, but based on what I've seen, it seems like Nooks only carries like one, maybe two colors of each particular item. Like, for example, all the cute furniture, mine only ever carries the yellow ones. So I've had to catalog the rest of them through working with other people, Nookazon, things like that. I did catalog quite a few items when I would host my swap meets, just because when I would pick up and move items that people had left on my island to swap, I would catalog them as I picked them up when I was just rearranging things, which I did quite a bit. So I do have a fair majority of the things in the game cataloged. Now right here, what we're looking at is my little courtyard area. And like I keep saying, I'm eventually going to be tinkering with this a little bit. I'm going to be expanding it over to the left here in this blank space that we're seeing. Over here, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing with this yet. I did a little bit of terraforming and put in a pathway. Maybe I'll expand the fairy core area over a little bit because that area is not very big compared to at least the mushroom area because that one takes up quite a bit of real estate. A little unsettled rainbow of flowers there. All right, so the final part of the tour is going to be the little bed and breakfast. Like I said earlier, bed and breakfast might be a little bit generous because it's just a tent. So I created another alternate character, and then I just never upgraded their house. So it looks like the campsite. It's meant to be a little sort of like an Airbnb kind of glamping situation. So in spite of the limited space that I had to work with here, I think I actually accomplished quite a bit. I think I need to put some lighting in here maybe because it's looking a little bit dark, but I think I was able to fit a lot in here without making it look cluttered. Got some champagne. Oh, sorry, sparkling apple cider. Can't have alcohol references in a Nintendo game. Yeah, so I like what I was able to put together here. I had some fun with this one. Something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. By far the least expensive build on my island. All the other, like the other alternate houses, it costs quite a bit to expand those from the very initial tent stage to the having 5 rooms stage. All right, so that's my island. That is Hanako. We're back to that open area over here. Before I end the video, I'm going to run back and show you guys, again, the area that I'm going to be working on during my first live stream, because I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you all can come. Here's all the flowers I've been breeding on my other island. I've got quite a few little flower grids laid out there. I've been crossbreeding some flowers to get some unique colors in here. And then here's all the furniture again, all the little Mario furniture that matches the theme. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but when I first saw this, I thought it would allow you to jump from one level to the next. Like if you put the tall mushroom platform right next to a small mushroom platform, you could jump from like the second level down to the first using those 2 items. I was hoping they'd be functional like the warp tubes are, but I'm happy enough about the warp tubes that I'm not that bummed out over it. Would have been cool though. Got some bamboo that I'm going to put in here, got some bushes that I'm going to put in here, got some cherries, so that's my island's native fruit, so I can munch on those if I want to move any trees out of the way. Literally every tree on my island is formerly a money tree, and I just have not moved them since then. Alright, I'll do another quick stroll through the marketplace here as I'm ending the video. Like I said earlier, I hope you guys can all make it out to my first live stream. I'll be announcing when that's going to be coming up pretty soon. And I've also got tons of events that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. I've got giveaways. I'm going to be giving away some of those cherry blossom DIYs. I'm going to be giving away some bells. I'm going to be giving away some Nook Miles tickets. I've got free giveaways that are going to be going on my Southern Hemisphere island. When I say there is an obscene amount of DIYs laid out on the beach, and it is a big beach on that island. I'll show you guys probably tomorrow. I'll be posting a quick tour video of what I've got going on over there. So as soon as I'm finished with construction on that island, which I'm relatively close to being done, then I will start hosting some giveaways. So how it's going to work is that everybody can come to my island with empty pockets, or you can put stuff in your pockets if you want, but that'd just be wasting valuable real estate to put some free items in, because everywhere on my island you can access it. Oh, this is just embarrassing. I'm usually better than this. Anyway, so come with empty pockets. Literally everything laid out on my island is free for the taking. I've got furniture, I've got DIYs, I'm going to have wallpaper and flooring probably, maybe clothes if people seem interested enough in that. I'll have some materials to give away, like crafting materials. I'll have all kinds of things. So I'm going to be doing different events all the time. But the first one I'm going to do is a free giveaway. Everything on the island is free for you to take, and it's going to be DIYs and furniture. So make sure you come on by for that. Stay tuned for when that's going to be. Like I said, I'm almost done with construction on that island after a little over 2 weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks and 2 days since I got it. 2 weeks and a day. So yeah, and I've already finished the fossil part of the museum, if that tells you how much I've been time traveling just to get all this done as fast as possible. I'm so excited to start hosting events again. All right, well, that's it for me. I'm going to be posting another video tomorrow, like I said, of a tour of my Southern Hemisphere island. So if you are interested in catching that video or videos of my events or any live streams or anything like that, subscribe, like, follow, do all those good things. I'm looking forward to bringing you some good content in the future. So like, subscribe, follow, and I will see you guys next time.